trying out a new walk. Mark and the crew said I should try that walk. I don't know if it's working for me. I don't think it's as sexy as they thought it was going to be. So anyway, we'll maybe skip that one for another time. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Taylor. Welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, October 5th. I'm happy to be here in my new walk. We'll go back to the old walk on Friday. All right, today on the show, we want to talk to the folks from Memorial Care. They are going to be in talking about open enrollment. This is the time of year, if you're insured and you have private insurance, this is open enrollment time, and also for Medicare as well. So we're going to talk about how that works and all the processes you have to go through. Then later in the program, we're talking to the old pros. They got some comics and some comic strips that they've turned into shows that they're going to be bringing us. So we'll take a look at that, talk about where they got the idea and how it's going to work. So that should be fun. Hey, we want to keep you informed, so let's stay informed. Guess what? We had an election. The results are in for Third Mutual and United Mutual. If you watched some riveting television here on Village TV on Monday, you saw the counts going on and all the official results that they were getting there. And these are your winners for the top four. Get the winners, the Third Mutual and United Laguna Woods Mutual in their 2003 election ballots. The top four are on the screens. They are going to be your new board members to fill the vacancies that were on the boards. So there you go. Let's take a look outside. Please avert your eyes if you don't like numbers that are really, really high, because these are going to be some high numbers. Do not shoot the messenger. But fall is not doing its job. We have 90s for the rest of the week, and into the weekend we're going to be in the 80s. We don't really start seeing a lot of relief until Sunday or Monday, and so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for us out there temperature-wise. The air conditioner is definitely going to be on, so enjoy that. So that's going to be our temperatures. Let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset. With some beautiful fall. We had to get fall in there somehow, right? Our temperatures weren't telling us fall, but this is a great fall picture out here in a lake and some beautiful foliage. I'm guessing that is out east. Our sunrise was 6:48 this morning, and you could see there were no clouds. The sun came right into my house. Sunset is going to be 6:30 this evening. If you'd like to send us some pictures of fall foliage or your pets or other places you go around town, please send them to us. We'd love to use them. We'll put them right here on the program. Send it to us at Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. Make sure you put your name on there, where you took the picture, and take it horizontally so we fit it on the screen. Okay, we got a couple of meetings to tell you about, and then when we come back, we'll be talking to folks from Memorial Care about open enrollment. Stay with us.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Hi, welcome to Pacific Financial Planners. We focus on income replacement for your retirement. We have over 3 decades of professional money management experience. We personalize a plan that's right for you and your family. You only get one shot at retirement. Don't you think you better get it right? So give us a call for your free consultation. We can do this over the phone, via Zoom, or in person.
Orcam Read empowers people with low vision.
Sometimes reading can be a challenge. With Orcam Read, just point and click. Read at work. Read a recipe. Read a magazine. Read anything you want. Orcam Read.
Hey, beach walkers, grandkid chasers, stair climbers, dance lovers, weekend warriors, and yogis. Your life demands activity, and joint pain shouldn't hold you back. Get personalized joint care that's as unique as you, with high satisfaction rates to prove it. At Memorial Care, your joint replacement patient navigator will be by your side, helping you safely return to more. Like another beach, extra hug, and one more song. More from life is calling with Memorial Care.
It is open enrollment season. You know, we have fall, we have football, but we also have open enrollment, and that's an important one too. For Memorial Care, we want to welcome our specialist on this, Jose Juarez and Cheryl Hertler. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Good morning.
So tell us a little bit about kind of what open enrollment's all about. Why do we even have open enrollment?
Yeah, so open enrollment is very important, right? It gives the Medicare recipients an opportunity to go over their plan and look at what changes, right, for the following year. So it's very important that you look at and get a plan comparison, right, during this time, because there are a lot of good stuff in 2024.
And why do we do it annually? I guess why can't somebody go in there and just say, I want to make a change and happen like that? Is it really just because of all the paperwork and all the things that have to happen?
Medicare has just a strict period of time. It's October 15th to December 7th is the time when Medicare recipients can take a look at what's available for the following year. And it's for Medicare recipients as well as individuals who have a standalone prescription drug plan. So all of them would want to take a look and see, you know, especially if they had any problems this past year with medications that weren't covered or had high out-of-pocket expenses, they'd want to take a look and see what's available for next year.
And what are some of the main questions folks come to you guys with in terms of when they're thinking about changing a plan, or what should I be looking at?
So the most common one is, you know, I'm still working, I'm 65, do I need to apply for Medicare, right? And the answer is no, right? If you're still planning on working, you don't have to apply for Medicare. Part A is practically given, you know, it's given to them, but Part B is the one that causes a monthly premium. But no, if they're planning to stay with their employer and have insurance, they don't have to apply for Medicare.
Okay, so then Medicare can really be like the supplemental plan if something doesn't cover it on my main plan, if I'm having kind of both of those. Is that how that can work?
Well, most individuals have one or the other. They have Medicare or they have their employer coverage. They don't.
So once
it's
I go
not
to
recommended
Medicare,
to have both.
once I go to Medicare, I'm done.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you want to go on the Medicare path and figure out what you want at that point.
But if my employer, like you said, if my employer is supplying it, and maybe that's a time for me to say, okay, here are my benefits from on the employer side, here are my benefits on the Medicare side, and then I kind of make that balance out, right?
Exactly, especially you want to look at the cost of both of those. It depends if you're paying a lot for your employer coverage. You know, how does that compare with what you can get on Medicare?
Now the choices are pretty complex. It seems like there's a lot of choices to be made out there. How do people sift through all of that? Go to you guys and talk to a specialist?
Absolutely. So that's probably the easiest, right? They can call Cheryl or myself, and we'll walk them through. We'll explain to them what the process. If they need any forms, they need the Part B application, pretty much anything, any questions they may have, because it is pretty complex. You know, it's a lot of parts in Medicare, a lot of options, right? So yeah, they can definitely give us a call.
Now, if somebody just doesn't do anything when it's open enrollment time, is it just lapse to what they had before? It's just kind of like an automatic enrollment in what you had?
That's correct.
Yeah, it defaults to, it just remains in effect.
Okay, and so what are some of the key dates we should be looking out for in terms of this open enrollment season, and what the steps I need to take to make sure, anybody needs to make sure that it's time to get going?
Yeah, so the dates are from October 15th through December 7th. This is a time that, you know, obviously they can look at different plans, do a plan comparison. Even if you like your plan now, take a look at it, right? You know, give us a call. We'll refer you to one of our local brokers. But get a plan comparison, because there's a lot of changes this year.
And what about if I'm turning 65 next year? Or maybe I turned it this year. Is there kind of a cutoff date for me to actually be qualified for Medicare? Like what birthday do I have to qualify for next year's enrollment?
Well, when you're turning 65, you have 3 months before your 65th birthday and the month of your birthday, and then 3 months afterwards to make a choice.
Okay.
But a lot of people continue working, so you know it can get complicated. So we do have classes for that as well, called Understanding Medicare, and really gives them all the information that they need. Very comprehensive program.
Are there costs to the classes? Are they day long? Are they weekend? Are they hours?
Yeah, no, so I mean, we pretty much daily around this time. I mean, they're daily. You know, here at Florence Sylvester Senior Center, I'm hosting several Medicare meetings. We do, I mean, from San Clemente all over to Long Beach that we're going to be doing these meetings, and they're all free during the week and weekend, primarily in the morning. But yeah, you can also visit our website at memorialcare.org, and you'll take a look at those classes.
And they're about an hour and a half. They're not all day.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they're not all day. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so it's a lot of information to download. Now, do you find people get overwhelmed by so much of this information, even after they come to you? So it's kind of like some people need a little bit of a encouragement at the end of these things.
They do, and that's why we try and simplify it for them, try and give them the answers easily so that they don't have to navigate through everything.
Is it important to talk to a specialist? I know the answer here, but how important is it, I should say, to talk to a specialist?
Well, I think, and because, like I said, right, there's a lot of options out there, a lot of misleading information out there. It's best to just, give us a call, or if you already have a broker, reach out to your broker and get whatever information that you need, right? As far as to when to apply for Medicare, and documents, right? Any forms you need. You can also go on our website or give us a call.
Yeah, and you just said there's bad information out there too. What is some of the bad information that people might get or they find on the web or in their social media? Or do you run into people, so I heard this or I heard that? Do you find that a lot?
Well, not bad information, but misinformation, right?
Okay.
Like what suits their friend might not fit for them. So each person's situation's a little unique. They really need the information, answers to their questions, not what applied to their neighbor.
Another thing too is that a lot of people are not aware that even on a Medicare plan and a Medicare Advantage plan, you can change medical groups year-round, right? So if you're not happy with your medical group, with your doctor, with your referral system, and you want to join Memorial Care during the year, you can do so. Right? You're not locked in with your medical group. You can change it year-round. And
I know we have a map of like all the locations in this area of Memorial Care locations. So I mean, even within the Memorial Care system, if I say, hey, I think I'm going to go here. This is more convenient for me at work. I can change those plans, right?
Absolutely.
And so when we talk about the enrollment deadline, we're not talking about the physicians that you can choose. You can those, that's still variety. And
correct.
You can move
right.
that around.
It's just your health plan, just the plans that you choose.
Okay.
Yep. And then even if you want to change your health plans, right? There's still special enrollment periods, right? If you move counties. So that if you get diagnosed with a chronic condition, it opens a special enrollment period that it gives you that flexibility to make a change with your plan as well.
And when people are choosing PPO, HMO, and those kinds of things, and all of those things, is it also one of those things you help consult in terms of like what's right for you, what are your needs? It's very individual, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I always find that to be a very individual thing in terms of like I really want to shop around, I want to go here and there, and so it can vary that. In terms of the Medicare, are you also getting questions about the prescription drug plan? Because I know that doesn't really go into effect yet, but people hear that and they think, oh, am I going to be getting discounted prescriptions? That's a few years down the line, right?
Right, in 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that hasn't hit in terms of the folks. One of the benefits you might have in terms of if you're weighing your plan versus the Medicare plan.
Right.
Right. Okay.
But most of the Medicare Advantage plans do offer a Part D at no extra cost. Right.
Okay.
So, and like I said, right, it's very important you shop around and be sure that your prescriptions are, the cheapest, right, with whatever plan you decide to go with.
Okay. And what's the best advice you feel like you guys can give folks who are in this kind of area and they're not sure what they want to do next?
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is they should come to our health fair on Saturday and meet us personally. We'll both be there. It's at 10 o'clock at Clubhouse 5, goes from 10 until 1.
That's correct.
We have a lot of Memorial Care staff there, including our cardiac surgeon, our new cardiac surgeon. So I'm hoping to, and we're doing a flu clinic.
Yep, we're going to be doing flu vaccines. So, yeah.
Oh, there's a bonus right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So come and join us. We are going to have a lot of literature flyers of our Medicare meetings here nearby. And yeah, I mean, a lot of Memorial Care staff will be there, so it'll be a good event. Yeah.
Terrific. Thank you very much. We have that information, I believe, on the screen. And we want to thank very much Jose and Cheryl from Memorial Care for coming in and talking about the enrollment season that we're in right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, when we come back, we'll be talking about the old pros. Stay with us.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Did you know that the Laguna Hills Lodge was originally built as a place for relatives or friends to stay when they were visiting? In 1968, Laguna Woods' residents built the first 2 buildings of the lodge because they wanted a place close by for visitors to stay. Since then, the lodge has become the spare bedroom for the Laguna Woods' residents. The lodge has received the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence 8 years in a row. We invite you to stay in one of our recently remodeled garden rooms and take advantage of a special offer for Laguna Woods' residents, family, and friends.
Dr. Farhumand and her associates at Brilliant Smile are excited to announce we now feature cone beam computed tomography. CBCT scans have many benefits over traditional x-rays. They are fast, safe, non-invasive, and provide better care to our patients. The 3D images provide an accurate view of teeth, bones, and soft tissue. It allows us to diagnose and treat more effectively. Also, it features modern diagnosing of sleep apnea by checking the airways and obstructions. Get started today. Call Brilliant Smile, Laguna Woods Village favorite dentist.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
And welcome back. We want to talk to the old pros, Al Glover and Gila Zalan, about some interesting shows coming up and kind of an interesting idea. Marvel Comics has done it. DC Comics has done it. Now the old pros are taking some comics and turning them into shows, right?
That's correct.
Welcome to the show. Well, tell us a little bit about the concept behind it and how it all started.
Well, the concept behind it, Gila wanted to do Thurber's Fables. James Thurber's Fables, and I wanted to do some of Pfeiffer's People. And so what we did, we got together, and Gila, who is an outstanding writer, by the way, did all the research and pulled together all the dialogue for James Thurber and Jules Pfeiffer, who will be on stage during the production, to weave the whole thing together. And it's interspersed with scenes from Thurber's Fables and Pfeiffer's People.
Okay. Now, what's the challenge, I guess? One of my questions I would have is, like, with Marvel, you know, in the comics that you see, the vividness is in the artistry and the cartoons themselves. How is it? Did you find a challenge to kind of translate that to a live performance?
It is in this case, it's in the writing.
Okay. So
if you it doesn't even have to be translated. It is in itself a live performance. Even though both James Thurber and Jules Pfeiffer were cartoonists, basically, that's what they had in common.
Right.
Their cartoons are very different.
They're more sophisticated.
Sure.
Yeah. And it's not, you know, it's not for kids. It's really
There's no big wham, bang, pow, zap. There's none of that. It's all more, it's more subtle.
Right. But when people have stage shows like Annie or something like that, or things like that have come to life, right? They try to like have that kind of the homage, at least, to the animation or the artistry that was part of that. You know, that was my thought in terms of that.
Well, in this situation, both James Thurber and Jules Pfeiffer used their cartoons to bring across their message that they wanted to bring across in the actual dialogues of our production.
Now, Gila, you've done some extensive research in this area. You have a book that you've...
I just thought it would be fun. This is James Thurber's Fables for Our Time, and it actually was a Broadway play.
Oh, okay.
Jules Pfeiffer had some plays on Broadway too. And the reason we're doing it is because it is basically for people who are interested in theater. Mm-hmm. So here we have some people who did things for theater, who wrote for magazines, who did cartoons, who had movies, you know, done based on their stories, including I don't know if you know The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
So that was written by Jules Pfeiffer.
Okay.
And so Danny Kaye, wow, made him famous. Right.
Right. And now you look like you've had that book for a while. It sounds like you've been a fan for a while, right?
Oh, yeah, but this was my aunt's before it was mine.
Wow.
So, yeah, it went down. Yes, I love James Thurber.
So, Al, when you decided to bring this to stage, what were some of the first steps you guys took in terms of like, okay, we're gonna bring this as a performance? What were the first thoughts in mind?
The first thoughts in mind is to turn it over to Gila.
to
do the actual preparation of the script and stuff. While she was doing that, we were actually getting ready to do the auditions and stuff, and we wanted to get together a troupe of actors rather than have, because there's too many parts. Okay, the different scenes. So we have a troupe of actors who are performing, and they never change roles between the Fables and the Pfeiffer's People scene.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
But getting that together was the first thing.
Yeah, and I do have to add one other thing.
Please do.
And that is, we have actually, in the spirit of Halloween, which is coming up in a few weeks, we have actually invited the ghost of James Thurber to join us and tell us a little bit about himself.
Okay.
And Jules Pfeiffer, at the age of 94, is still around, and though he wrote his last book, he still is doing other things and interviewing and so on. And so we're going to have James Thurber and Jules Pfeiffer meet each other for the first time in their lives and deaths.
Okay. Now, you guys set up the stage for the people to be able to see and enjoy this. It's kind of a different setup than you usually do as well,
It's a little bit of a unique setup for what we're doing. In Clubhouse 7, they have the small stage, and that's basically one of our acting areas for this show. So we have the stage, and then we have the floor in front of it. And the audience will be seated in a semicircle all the way around the room, so they will see the action performed both on stage and in front of them on the floor.
Okay. And tickets, how do people get their time? Let's make sure we know all that.
Members are free. Guests are $5 each. Doors open at 6:30 next Wednesday at Clubhouse 7. The performance starts at 7 p.m.
For folks who are not familiar with these performances and they're going to go into it blind, what should they expect?
I think for this one, they should expect a bit of introspection, a bit of soul searching, and a lot of fun and laughter.
Yes.
Okay.
You must put in the humor,
Yeah.
because without humor, these two would not be here.
And what do you hope people come away with in the end?
I simply hope they come away with having experienced a great evening at the theater. I mean, that's the most we can actually hope for.
Yeah, we really do want to present theater to our public, and we would like to expand the experience. So, you know, people who are not members of our club are definitely welcome to enjoy the experience with us, be part of us.
Okay. Gila and Al, appreciate you guys coming in. It really sounds great. It's going to be Wednesday, 7 p.m., Clubhouse 7. Old Pro members are free. A little plug in for the Old Pros, get that membership going. And guests are going to be $5.
Doors open at 6:30.
Doors open at 6:30. We'll be there. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate that.
Okay.
When you come back, we're going to preview a movie for us. Stay with us.
You have the health that you want to have? If your answer is no, this is for you.
There's a lot of false hope for sale. Diets, supplements, medication, and they all work for a minute. But the root cause of most health challenges is chronic dehydrations, and you can reverse it with this breakthrough science. To super spike your metabolism, optimize your organs, and give you back the vitality and energy that you truly desire.
From 211 pounds to 174 pounds. Your system is so doable and it works.
Getting hydrated at the cellular level can cause you to be the healthiest you've ever been. Log on to our website, energizehealth.com, and watch documented testimonials, many of them by medical doctors.
I feel like I owe you my life. I'm taking no diabetes meds.
So log on to our website at energizedhealth.com. That's energizedhealth.com.
At Harvard Eye Associates, we are committed to your vision care and quality of life.
It's a commitment we don't take lightly.
Our trusted team of doctors provides specialized eye care using state-of-the-art technology.
We deliver what matters to you
and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Did you hear the big news? The FDA announced the over-the-counter hearing aid program. It's been 6 years in the making. And what does that mean to you if you wear hearing aids or if you're thinking about wearing hearing aids for the first time? Most people are asking themselves, what is an over-the-counter hearing aid? Would it work for me? Where do I get them to try? How much do they cost? For over 40 years, Advanced Ear Care has been helping answer questions just like this. Call us today and find out more. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Okay, before we go, let's talk about some movies we got coming up for Friday and Saturday. On Friday, it's Begin Again with Keira Knightley and Mark Ruffalo, brought to us by Pacific Financial. And that is going to be a movie about Greta, and that's who's Keira, comes to New York with her songwriting partner Dave, played by Adam Levine. And they get there, and there's a big breakup, even though he has a big contract. Adam does what Adam does, I guess. And so, and then Mark Ruffalo comes into her life and kind of helps her get her direction again, begin again. And I think, if I'm not wrong, since he's the Hulk, I think he might turn into Hulk and beat up Adam Levine, but I might be thinking of another movie. Anyway, that's going to be Pacific Financial Planners bringing that. 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. On Saturday, it's going to another great one, actually, Good Night and Good Luck. That's with George Clooney, and that is the story of McCarthyism and how the communism was a big thing in the 1950s. There was a lot of fear-mongering, and Joseph McCarthy was doing that, and CBS reporter Edward R. Murrow stood up to him on his television program and challenged a lot of the things the accusations he was making, and very interesting movie. So 2 p.m. brought to us by RadNet with subtitles, and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. And let's take one quick look at the weather before we head out. It's going to be hot. Just know that. Very hot. It's an air conditioning day for the next few days. We're going to get some cooling, but that's not going to come into late in the weekend and on Monday. All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at the Village TV, thanks for watching, and we hope that you make this day a great one.
You have a club for every scenario. A driver for the long holes. Wedges to get you over the hazards. And a putter for when you need a touch of finesse. What about your retirement? Will you have enough to play the back nine? Call to set your 15-minute phone visit today, and let's find out. Get a second set of eyes on your retirement plan.